Junior Eurovision is well and truly hotting up, with only roughly 2 months until the actual final in Sofia in Bulgaria. All the different delegations are busy preparing their songs and choosing their artists. First up, we're going to look at what's going on in Ireland, the country which is debuting in the contest for the first time this year, and not with the typical Eurovision broadcast RTE, but with the Irish language one called TG4. They are hosting a 5-week show made up out of 2 semi-finals and a final with 30 acts, and it's all going to be pre-recorded. It will be hosted by the Voice of Ireland presenter Owen McDermott, and then the judging panel includes the likes of Brian Kennedy, who represented Ireland in 2006, and Niamh Kavanagh, who won for the country in 1993. What do you think of the efforts that Ireland is putting into their first ever Eurovision, Junior Eurovision, Patrick?
It remembers me a bit of Austrian selection for Eurovision. Pre-recorded shows, and actually nobody cared about it anymore. I hope that won't happen in Ireland, because you know Ireland is participating for the first time in JESC, and it's their shot for having an Irish song in Irish language. Like, that's something that is really special, and I can't wait to hear that. And I'm really looking forward to see Niamh Kavanagh. Like, I really liked her, and I really like her still, so I hope she's doing at least a good job as a judge now. And also the host, I never heard about him, so I'm not really excited about him. But the song, like the artists, I really hope they're good kids with good songs, and show that Ireland is maybe winning JESC when it's not ESC. So yeah, I think maybe the change to another broadcaster is really a good thing, because RTE don't know how to host or held a national selection for Eurovision. How should they know for JESC? So I think it's good when another TV broadcaster is doing it well. I hope so.
I have good hopes for Ireland. I think they're going to put a lot of effort on the first national final, and I'm really looking forward to see what Ireland has to offer. And apart from that, in Irish, as Patrick says, I really like the idea of going to the Junior Eurovision in Irish. When you have English, for instance, but you decide to go for Irish, I really like that idea.
I think it's nice to see an Irish broadcaster making an effort for Eurovision, because as you were saying, RTE don't have a clue, because they normally have, for the adult Eurovision, maybe 5 or 6 acts in a crappy stage, and it's all done in one evening. Whereas this, I know it's pre-recorded, but they're saying that that's a little bit to do with the timing of the show and just the children, so that they're not too nervous or whatever. Because the show begins mid-October and it ends maybe a week or 2 before the actual final. So obviously they have to have the songs and stuff submitted to them 2 weeks before the final. But it's going to be very interesting to see what TG4 will do, especially since they're brand new and they've got a much smaller budget than RTE, but they're doing a much bigger effort. Maybe RTE will get some inspiration.
I hope so. Oh my god, they need it. So. They need it.
Following their debut at last year's Junior Eurovision, Slovenia are making more of an effort again. Whereas last year Ula Lozar was chosen by internal selection, this year the broadcaster has decided to do a mini EMA consisting of 3 shows, 3 contestants in each semi-final, and then there'll end up being 2 in the actual final. We know the names of the artists and the songs, but we still yet to hear the songs, which will be released at a later date. One that we're keeping an eye out in particular for is Lenny, whose song is co-written by Maria. And Maria, of course, were finalists in last year's Eurovision for Slovenia. They were the ones behind Ula Lozar, and they were the ones behind Takara. So they have a very good record at Eurovision, Junior Eurovision.
And the EMA is like always good in Eurovision, so I think they will do it like the whole thing. What they will do with the show for JESC is like really good. It's a nice idea. It isn't too much pressure for the kids when they are. There is only one winner in the semi-final, and another one from the other semi-final, so 2 songs in the final. That's nice. That's really good idea. It won't take a lot of pressure for them. But also it's something weird, or actually really good, is that there are so many artists that are actually older than 13, like 14, 15. They all look really more mature. There are only, I think, 2 singers who are like, that shows they're real hits. So I think that will be interesting to see. And also, as you said, the song which is like Maria co-operated. I can't wait to hear the songs, and I can't wait to hear what Maria did there.
I've been liking Slovenia a lot lately, both in the adult Eurovision and in the junior. So I'm really looking forward to what they have to offer for this year. And as you said, I really want to hear what Maria has done. And I think it's a good idea that Slovenia joins the national final, the thing of doing national finals, because last year I remember there was like 3 or 4 national finals for all the Junior Eurovision. And I don't know, I don't think that's fair. If it's a child contest to select internally a child out of a whole country. I don't really like the idea of internal selections for Junior Eurovision.
And you know, I think that it's good that they can show off their talent, because of course Slovenia is searching for new talent and singers who will be maybe in 5 years really big. So I think it's a good place for the kids to show what they can and show what the future brings. So really good. I love the idea of the national selection.
Now we move up north slightly for our last bit of Junior Eurovision news. In Bulgaria, the country's just come to the end of their Junior Eurovision televised section of their national final, and it was won by Gabriela Yordanova. Apologies to Bulgarians watching. She beat 11 other finalists to become their representative in Sofia. We don't know her song yet, we just know that they're working with the studios at the moment to come up with a song especially for her. It now means that she joins 7 other artists who've been selected, and of course she becomes number 8, but only 3 of them have released songs yet, so we're not going to be able to review them exactly, so we'll just talk about Gabriela. She sounds very mature to me, and her song itself sounds, for a Junior Eurovision, this obviously isn't her final song, it was just a cover of some Eastern European song, I don't know what country it is from, but it was a very morose and kind of moany, I don't know what sort of word, it wasn't suited for Junior Eurovision, and I personally thought it was a bit hard to describe exactly how her voice was, or to judge how it would sound at Junior Eurovision.
In a way, she seems to me like it's a bit Bulgaria's answer to Federica Falson, not in the opera thing, but like they choose, after a ballad girl, they choose another ballad girl with not so special like appearance or song or whatever. I don't know, I found her quite similar, and I think that well, we still don't know the song, but maybe she will do like more or less the same. But I do like her voice. She looks like very mature, like very sure of what she's doing, and I'm liking that. I really like that.
I think Gabriela is a really nice girl. She knows what she's doing. She has a nice voice. She can handle good like notes. She knows what she's doing, and in that age, it's like really impressive. So I think Bulgaria did a good choice with choosing her as the representative. But you know, when you compare her to other artists who are already chosen, for example Destiny from Malta, I don't think that you can really, that you know, there are many artists who have a bit of better voices as well. So it will be a hard competition when it goes by voice, but I'm sure Bulgaria will put out a good song, because last year they did, and it was a really good song. So I think they will do it again, and I'm sure Gabriela will have her fun representing her own country in the own country.
I think they're kind of sorted with the voice and Gabriela's confidence and all that. It's just once they make sure not to mess up the song they choose, because there's no point to try and go pick a song similar to Destiny's style, because Destiny is going to outsing her. So once they take into account her vocal talents and techniques and her ranges and all that, they should be able to do a decent song, but we'll have to wait and see.